Hi everyone, I'm Roberta. I'm TranslaStars content manager, and I'm here today with my boss, which is Alfonso González Bartolessis, TranslaStars founder and CEO. Hi Alfonso, how are you?
Hi, Roberta. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Fine, thanks. So we're here today to talk about the future of translation and the future of TranslaStars. But before we start, please remember to drop your questions in the chat if you want to ask Alfonso anything. And also, please remember that this interview will be recorded, so you can catch up on it later. So, Alfonso, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go. Let's start with the future.
Yeah.
Can you talk about any new initiatives or projects that TranslaStars will be undertaking in the next year?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for making me that question, Roberta. This, yeah, yeah. Today we wanted to share some initiatives that we have been working on the last months, and I have a small presentation ready and a video. The first one is one we are really excited to share to talk about, and we hope it people like it a lot. We have enjoyed it a lot preparing it and thinking about how to do it. And if that is okay, I would like to share a video with all of you watching. So I'm going to share it. It's ready here. And then I have small presentation, and we can walk through some of the initiatives, and of course I can answer any other questions. I have the video ready here. I hope it works. Boom. I think the video is really nice. It has been created by you and Cetra. And so, yeah, Roberta is always in charge of scripting everything and all the good content we have. So thank you very much for that, Roberta. And thank you, Cetra, also for having created it. And yes, it's the first World Championship in translation. And I say the first, there have been other similar things, but this is like a through a real championship that will be live streamed on Twitch, where everybody is invited to participate. Anyone can participate, anyone can register their team. Teams can be made up from 1 to 4 people. So for people who doesn't want to participate with more people in their teams, it's okay. For those who like to be alone, and for those of you who want to make a team that is going to be a great experience. It has a big prize, a big final prize of cash prize of 2,500 euros, not bad, and many other prizes worth more than 10,000 euros, and prizes every day for those attending the live sessions, the live rounds of the World Championship. So that's the first thing I wanted to announce. I have some I have a presentation where I have some more information about the championship, but as you are sharing the page, which went live today, it has been in the making for the last months, and we are still working to have everything ready. But let's say that it's 99% ready. You may still see some things that we need to improve, but yeah, it's 99% ready. You can register your team now, and I will explain things with my presentation. Let me share it. Just a second. I think it's better to share my screen. Okay.
If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat, and
Yes.
after the presentation, I will share them with Alfonso.
Yep. So, oops, I don't know. Maybe we need to remove the. Oops, sorry.
Yes.
Can you do that?
Yep.
The mask, the overlay. Okay.
There you go.
Don, can you see the presentation?
I can. I hope
Okay.
everyone does.
Then if you can, I guess everyone can. Okay, so yeah, the first thing we wanted to announce was the World Championship in Translation. So we are very happy to announce that it's open to everybody who wants to participate. It's anyone from the world. So yeah, it's completely open to anyone who wants to participate. It's a fun thing. So it's about answering 6 questions in 30 seconds. I mean, 30 seconds for each question. So it's going to be a fast, quick thing, fun thing. So no, it's not a boring championship about translating lengthy things. It's questions about translation and culture, fun questions, because what we want to do is to put the spotlight on the value of translation, on the value of the work we do as translators, but in a fun way. So inviting not only translators, but anyone who likes this. And yeah, please, if you think this is something for you, register. I mean, it's just answering 6 questions. It will be done through a platform. You can answer with your cell phone, or you can use your laptop or desktop, whatever. I mean, it's going to be very, very easy. Those of you who register your team, which is completely free, by the way, you don't have to pay anything. Well, those of you who register your teams, you will be included in a Slack channel. Slack is an application that is used for communications and usually workplaces for groups. So you will be added to a Slack channel where we will share more information about the championship, the code to access that application, where you will be able to answer the questions. And in that application, you will see your position. So it will be very easy. There are different rounds. So the first one is on the 4th of February, Sunday at 22 CET. So, I mean, we have chosen that time so to try to get to everybody, people in Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, everywhere in the US. So everything will be in English, by the way, and questions as well, but we may touch different languages. And yeah, on the 4th of February, we have the presentation of the World Championship in Translation and what we call Battle Royale 1. Battle Royale, in the end, is that everybody is fighting everybody. So it's going to be super fun. So just the quickest and answering the questions and answering them correctly will be positioned first. That first Battle Royale will start on the 4th of February. We will do the, let's call it show on Twitch live, where we will show you the questions. And we won't show you the answers, but we will show you the questions and some information behind the question. And but in this case, that Battle Royale will last until the 10th of February. So anyone will be able to answer the questions during that span of time. Why? Because we expect, I hope I am not wrong, a lot of people joining, registering, participating, and the application we are using has some limitations of people using it at the same time. So we are going to give time for people to answer that. Of course, once you start answering, you'll have, in any case, 30 seconds for each question. That's how it works, and that's what you will have to follow. Then Battle Royale 2 will be completely live, in the sense that there will be just 300 teams is the idea, or less than 300 teams. And then you will have to compete live. So we start at 10, more or less at that time. You'll have when we start with the questions, you'll have just around 5 minutes to answer everything. Then there is a round of 16 on the 18th of February. This time at 8 CT. All other rounds are at 8 and not at 10. In this case, we start earlier because it's 8 matches that we are having. So 16 teams, 8 matches, and this will be like a soccer championship, a football championship, basketball championship, something like that. So we want to see who's the best country in translation. Then we have on the 25th the quarterfinals. The 2nd of March we have the semifinals. 2nd of March Saturday, and the 3rd of March Sunday we have the final. Yeah, it's pretty easy. You can follow absolutely everything on Twitch, on our TranslaStars Twitch channel. We absolutely recommend you to start following us there. And yep. And then these are the 6 types of questions that you will have, and you will have only 30 seconds to answer them. All this information is, of course, on the WIT homepage on translatestars.com. And you have word chain, which is choosing the right chain of words. You have examples in our website, so you'll understand it. It's something super fun. Language knowledge, you will have to show your wisdom answering questions about language or culture. Identify the language, so we will give you some words and you need to say in which language they are written or talk. Of course, you always have closed answers, so you will have to choose. Some questions, the first question is very easy in the degree of difficulty, and they go on increasing in difficulty. Then AI or human. So we are going to ask you, okay, who translated this piece of text? Was it AI or a human? I mean, it's not that difficult, but we want to play as well with AI, as it's something that it's impacting so much the translation industry. Then we also have questions about video games, movies, and books, but related to translation. Imagine, for example, the titles. We will talk about the titles of movies, the titles of books, and how they are translated, things like that. And then the last question that will take place only from round 16, it's wit and social support. So in those questions, this is the only open question that we have. You will have to transcreate something. You will have just 1 minute to do that, and that in that open question. And then it will be people who decide what's the best translation, let's say. So we will have a poll on Twitch, and people will vote. So the more friends, colleagues, fan base you have, the better people supporting you, because you will need it to get to the next round and to win this question. There are as any game, we have developed a way that some people can be smarter, let's say. So you can buy questions, answers, and passes to other rounds. So imagine you want to know, okay, what are going to be the questions in Battle Royale 2, which are the ones that we are going to make available soon. So you will have access to that. You will be able to buy the questions and answers, not the right answers, but all the answers. But at least you will see them before your rivals. So that's to give some advantage to those who want to use it. And then we have something that we call the direct pass. So for example, some teams may say, okay, I do not want to participate in the first Battle Royale because it will be a lot of teams. It will be super difficult. I just want to go to the second Battle Royale, or even to the round of 16. You can buy that pass. Okay, of course it has a price, but just in case. And we imagine, for example, the situation in which there is a company, a brand supporting a team. So if they want to go directly to the round of 16, that's completely okay. We understand that. And we need somehow to finance everything. So that's why we also do that. And we also welcome sponsors. So if any of you watching this is thinking about where you can put your money that it's a that is going to have a huge impact, well, do it here, because this is a very segmented follow base made of translators, project managers, localization managers, people from the industry. So probably you're going to get more visibility for your brand and products than in any other industry event. And then I'm going to also talk about TranslaStars TV. That's something new that we are also launching from January. TranslaStars TV is, well, it's a TV, but it will be on Twitch. And what we are going to do is we are going to create some content for related to translation, but also in a fun way. So it's not that much about interviews, and we will keep on having our serious interviews that we already have. But for TranslaStars TV, we want to change a little bit the tone, and it will be something closer to being fun. Why? There is a lot of drama already in the translation industry, so we want to bring some fun. Then another thing that is going to change for next year is that we are having currently we have 3 platforms, and that sometimes causes some issues for our users. So we have decided to move all our content to just one place. So to centralize everything on translatestars.com. There you'll have access to all the courses with the same plans or new plans that we have actually developed, but everything will be in one place, so easier to find. We want to reduce the number of issues, of tickets we receive, and things like that. So there will be, of course, a dedicated space for courses in Italian, for courses in Spanish, for courses in English, in Arabic, because we are launching more courses in more languages. We have new plans. This is not final yet, of course, and but they will. We will finish with the forever plans, and all our plans will be 1 year subscriptions with different pricing. So this is not final, but we will launch different pricing. So actually, the more economic plan, which it won't be called premium plan, we will find another name, will be cheaper than the current premium plan. So I mean, we try to make things cheaper for everybody and affordable. And then we are launching something that it's not here for universities, schools, and associations, organizations, translation and organizations. That is, we are offering them the possibility to get access to all our courses for just €5 per student or per member. So that's something that we will develop, and it will be available during the first quarter of next year. But it's just by paying €5, they will be able to enroll their members. Of course, what we need is that they at least subscribe like 100 of their members, 100 students. But in any case, it will be €5, and they will have access to absolutely everything. So that's something that we will keep you all posted about that. But it's something that will become available during the first quarter of 2024. And that's all that I had to share. Let me go back to this and stop sharing. And now the mask is on. Thank you.
Here we are. So we have some comments, some enthusiasm. Just comments, not questions. I'm not seeing questions, so please, if you have one, please share them. We have some enthusiasm from Ekaterina.
Katerina, thank you very much. Katerina is a great collaborator, great professional. She has developed some courses for TranslaStars on pharmacology, where she's the main world expert. So yeah, thank you very much, Ekaterina.
Okay, I'm not seeing any questions, so maybe I can ask one. So
yeah, sure.
we can get things going. So let's go back in time just for a second. And How was 2023 for the translation industry? It's a tricky question, so I'm expecting a tricky answer, but let's go.
Yeah, I mean, there has been a lot of drama. As I was saying, I mean, I think this has been one of the most dramatic years in terms of people being worried about their future. What is going to happen with AI? Is it going to take our jobs? Yes, no, that's not the case. Um, um, Things are changing. Things will change even more, but we will adapt and we will survive. And we will use AI as we are using nowadays: CAT tools, translation management systems, or machine translation. This is way better than the traditional machine translation. So yeah, that's something fantastic. I have attended several events, conferences, webinars, and the translation industry has been doing well. I mean, at least the big brands in the industry. When you go a little bit deeper and you see and you talk to translators and some smaller agencies, you see that for some of them things didn't go that well. So some people are afraid that AI had something to do with it, and some cases it had. So big companies, the customers have discovered that they may have there a solution for their needs, and it is like that. I mean, many of the companies behind the development of these chat GPTs or of these AI tools are companies that need to develop a solution to communicate faster and to translate cheaper. So that's something that was going to arrive sooner or later. And it's not only impacting the translation industry, but all industries. I mean, everybody, developers, finance people, everybody can be impacted by AI. So impact doesn't mean in this case that it's something negative, but of course we will need to adapt, we will need to learn, and we need to learn to use it. For example, Ekaterina that made a comment before, she also created a course on ChatGPT and BART for translators, and that's a very good starting point. There are many other courses out there, and I will strongly recommend people to take those courses and to learn from them.
Great. We have a question.
Yeah.
So the question comes from Luisa. Amazing initiatives. I have one question. What will happen to those who have the executive forever plan? Will they still be able to access future
Yeah.
courses, or just the one created until 2022?
No. Those who have acquired TranslaStars plans do not have to worry about anything. They can continue with their plans, and if they have forever plans, they don't have to worry about absolutely anything because they have access forever to everything. I mean, one thing is that we are going to stop selling them, at least for the moment, but that doesn't mean that those who acquire them suddenly they are going to lose access to what they got. No, that's not how we do things. You will continue having access to absolutely everything that you purchase.
And we have a question from Ekaterina.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, have you seen any real cases where conventional translation from source or MTPE was replaced with editing multilingual content produced by Gen AI?
I do not have. Well, I know companies, and I know companies that are using it, but they haven't replaced what they had. But they are using it more. They are using it more, not going to ChatGPT directly, but as many of you probably know, these tools, these ChatGPTs, BARTs, or AI, or generative AI extensions, they are implemented in many translation management systems. So what they are doing is taking advantage of that. So an example could be Localize, and Localize is offering that, and think Phrase as well. Smarling is developing that part too. So it's something that is coming. It's something that will make our content probably be produced faster and with a higher quality than traditional machine translation. But I have also been seeing numbers. Some people show that traditional machine translation is still better when trained than AI translations. Something that I do not truly see when I have made tests, but I mean, AI is still far from being super good and from being the solution that many companies think that now they can fire their whole teams. Some companies have done that. I mean, I think one of the cases was Domestika in Spain, that they fired their localization team or most of the people in their localization team, and they are using AI for their content and translations. But
And it
sorry, but
shows.
these companies, they the serious companies, they are not going to do that. I mean, they are going to have the people probably creating content, translating content, and supported by AI. Sorry, Robert.
No, I was saying that it shows a little bit. We can see when a translation is made by AI. And also, I think much you talked about the efficiency, MTP versus AI. We should consider the combination. That's the real topic, because
Yeah,
English, it's mostly trained on English. So English will be, I don't know, spotless is a big word, but it will
yeah,
be very, very good. But for example, for
yeah,
Italian or Spanish, I agree with
yeah.
you.
Yeah, many of the companies that used to offer translation online or machine translation services like DeepL, they are transitioning also to content creation. So it seems the future is there, and Marco Trombetti, who is the CEO of Translated, he shared in one presentation, he shared how in the near future, near maybe in 10 years, um, the machines will be able to not only translate but to produce content that we won't be able to identify as human or AI. It will be of such a good quality with taking care of nuances and using maybe complicated metaphors, things like that, that we will have a very hard time distinguishing what is human and what is AI. In any case, where I believe that we will always be valuable is that AI doesn't understand everything. AI as it is today doesn't understand everything in the sense that you know your company, you know the resources that you can use. For example, when you are creating content, the sources that you can use for reference, and that's something that AI cannot do right now. Maybe if we integrate it with all the systems in a company, it will be able to also do that. But I think there is some time until we get there. And then something that I always say is, okay, if it's machines only producing content, who is going to consume? Who's going to use that content? Because if I see content that's made by machines, maybe I don't want to continue reading that content. It will be content for another machine. So yeah, we'll see what's the future of that. I mean, maybe in the end, what we have is our dishwasher talking to our refrigerator, and our refrigerator talking to the supermarket, and we are not part of the conversation, something like that.
Yeah, that could be an option. We have one comment from Luisa, which is a nice feedback.
Thank you, Luisa. Well, yeah, I'm happy that you love our courses. We put a lot of love and effort and resources, not only the courses, but all the content that we create that Roberta, for example, is responsible of. So, yeah, we put a lot of passion, time, and love.
And I'll piggyback on Luisa's comment. And
Mm.
I just wanted to ask you if you want to highlight some projects or initiatives that we have started this year.
Yeah, this year has been fantastic. It's the year that in which we have created more courses, so more than 25 new courses, which is a lot. And then we have also launched the Localization Management Academy, which has been the biggest success yet. I hope the World Championship in Translation becomes the the biggest success soon of TranslateStars. But yeah, the Localization Management Academy, I think and I think that's the future of many of us, is to become skilled in in concepts that have to do with translation, but at a higher level. So to know how to manage teams, how to provide solutions to companies that need to go global, that need to internationalize, things like that. But that has worked very well. We have grown in sales like never before. We are super grateful to everybody who has bought courses or subscription plans or anything. We have also grown in the number of active users. Like I don't remember, but something like close to 80 something percent. So yeah, we are yeah we have had a good year, a very hard year because we have worked very hard and a lot, and but then it yeah we are seeing the results now.
I'm trying to share the link to the LMA program in the chat. That's why I was typing.
No worries. In the end, it's easy because it's translatestars.com/LMA, so it's very easy to find
And we
the
got some
localization.
nice feedback on that.
So thank you, Georgia. Yeah, I found it fantastic. It's I mean it's you have some of the best professionals in the Localization Management Academy. You have Julio Leal, you have Miguel Sepul, but I don't want to forget anyone. And I mean Morana Peric from big companies like like King, the company that created Candy Crush, Spendex, Cinch. Even my manager was there, Bea Redondo. So she's fantastic. So yeah, it was a great opportunity to learn from the best.
Actually, Ekaterina, thank you for your insights. So I want to piggyback on her comment. And so we've talked about AI and some difficulties that the industry had in during this year. What message or advice do you have for translators navigating New Year's resolutions and in general approaching next year?
I will say, do not panic yet. No, it's not time to panic. It's time to grow, and it's trying to upskill ourselves and with I mean we are going to be in the loop. I mean in the industry they use a lot this human in the loop reference, and that's what is going to happen. So what I will strongly recommend is people to continue um, getting the skills they believe they need to have to grow, and that's basically it. I mean, to specialize. I mean, it's good to have knowledge in different fields and specialize in different fields. That will be my recommendation. I have done that myself in my life. So I'm talking because I have 4 master's degree. I didn't finish my PhD, but almost there. So that's something that I will strongly recommend. I mean, I have taken hundreds of courses, so I'm always learning, and that's where I think that makes the difference, and that's why, and one of the reasons why I also created TranslaStars. So yeah, I will recommend people um, not to. I mean, they can feel, or we can all feel like we want, like depressed or worried, but there is we can always do something, and we can always do something new, learn something new, even if it has nothing to do with translation. So there is always, if we are worried about jobs or and our professional life, there is always a solution, and there is always something we can do.
So I'll just wait a few minutes for the last questions, and I'll share a comment with you from Luisa again. She mentioned the transcreation masterclass. Ta-da!
With Sebastian Ewald. Yeah, I hope Sebastian is watching this. If not, I will tell him. And yeah, Sebastian is fantastic. He's one of, for me, I usually say he's probably one of the best translators I have ever worked with, and he's an excellent professional. So I strongly recommend, and I have been in this for more than 30 years, and I strongly recommend people to take that course with Sebastian, or if they have the opportunity to collaborate with him, that's fantastic. And yeah, in the end, we are trying to create something great. I am working hard on bringing the best professionals to offer the best courses. So if any of you watching this wants to collaborate with us, you are always welcome. We are always trying to to give our community the knowledge you all have, and to share that knowledge with them. I mean, we all have a lot of knowledge from our professional careers, and it's worth sharing it.
I just shared in the chat the link for our collaboration page if you want to just email us with a short presentation so we can start collaborating together.
Yep, sure.
So I think we don't have new questions. So, but if you have some, you can always contact us. We are everywhere, I think, on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Slack, even. So if you have any questions, please reach out to us. And thank you, Alfonso, for your time and for your, please don't go in the dark.
No, because, well, I told you I didn't want to turn on this light because it's too bright, and I said, okay, I'll keep it like this dark mode.
Dark mode. So thank you again for your precious time, and see you very soon. And goodbye, everybody. Thanks for your time today with us.
Join the World Championship in translation.
Of course, of
Yes.
course. Okay, bye
Okay,
bye. Have a
bye-bye.
nice
Thank you.
evening.